The Australian Student Visa, subclass 500, allows international students to study full-time at an approved educational institution in Australia. To obtain this visa, you need to meet certain eligibility criteria, including proof of enrollment in an eligible course, financial capability, and English language proficiency. To be eligible for an Australian student visa, you must have an offer of enrollment in a full-time course at an eligible educational institution in Australia, such as a university, vocational education and training institution, or a language school. Your course must be registered on the CRECOS. You must provide evidence that you intend to stay in Australia temporarily for the purpose of studying, and that you will comply with visa conditions. The GTE requirement is assessed based on personal circumstances, the course of study, your immigration history, and the conditions in your home country. You must demonstrate that you have sufficient funds to cover your tuition fees, living costs, and travel expenses for the duration of your stay in Australia. As of 2024, the minimum amount required is AUD 21,041 per year for living expenses and AUD 2,000 for travel costs. Evidence of funds may include bank statements, scholarship details, or financial support from a family member or sponsor. You must meet English language requirements, which can be demonstrated through tests such as IELTS, TOEFL, or PTE Academic. The required score depends on the course and institution. You must undergo a health examination to ensure that you meet Australia's health requirements. You must also provide a police certificate or undergo a character check to prove you are of good character. The application process for the student visa involves applying online through the IMI account on the Australian Department of Home Affairs website. You need to provide required documents, including confirmation of enrollment, a GTE statement, proof of funds, English proficiency test scores, health insurance, and police and health certificates if required. The visa application fee for the student visa is approximately AUD 650 as of 2024, but this fee may vary. Once your application is submitted, the processing time can vary, typically taking 4 to 8 weeks for a decision. If your application is approved, you will receive your student visa, which will outline your conditions, including the course you are enrolled in, the duration of your stay, and any restrictions on work. The Australian student visa comes with several conditions that you must comply with, including studying full-time at the institution listed on your visa and maintaining satisfactory academic progress. As a student visa holder, you are allowed to work up to 40 hours per fortnight during the academic term and unlimited hours during scheduled course breaks. You are required to maintain overseas student health cover for the duration of your stay in Australia. If you want to change your course or institution, you must inform the Department of Home Affairs and apply for approval if necessary. After completing your studies, you may be eligible for additional opportunities to stay in Australia, such as applying for a temporary graduate visa, which allows you to stay and work in Australia temporarily. Depending on your qualifications and the occupation you pursued, you may be able to apply for permanent residency through the Skilled Migration Program or Employer Nomination Scheme after your post-study work experience. The Australian Student Visa allows you to study at some of the world's top universities and institutions, known for high-quality education and research in various fields. You can gain valuable work experience while studying, which can improve your employability and help support your living costs. The temporary graduate visa provides opportunities for international graduates to gain work experience in Australia, which can lead to permanent residency. Studying in Australia offers a unique cultural experience, as you will be able to interact with students and professionals from diverse backgrounds. Ensure you have enough evidence of funds to cover your tuition, living expenses, and travel costs. It's important to apply for your visa well in advance of your course start date to avoid any delays or issues with processing times. If you want to change your course or education provider, always seek approval from the Department of Home Affairs. It's important to comply with the visa conditions and leave Australia on time, unless you apply for a visa extension. The Australian student visa is your gateway to studying in one of the world's top educational destinations. With a range of academic, cultural, and post-graduation opportunities, this visa offers a rewarding pathway for international students. Ensure that you meet the eligibility requirements, follow the application process carefully, and comply with all visa conditions to make the most of your study experience in Australia.